Hey guys, MA Fish Guy here, doing a video on hard water or calcium buildup of the tank. It's always nice to get a free tank online, but there's usually some kind of stipulation to the tank. Either the seals are busted, it's got this nasty calcium buildup, or it's cracked, shattered, there's a chip in it. So the first thing I do is when I'm getting these tanks for free, of course I just take them. It's easier just to give them away than it is to try to find them. But as you can see right here, that hard water buildup, the calcium buildup, what probably happened with this tank is the water level kind of sank lower and lower and lower. The person just maybe said, screw it, there's maybe no fish in it, I'll just let it go, whatever. As the water calcium builds up, it leaves this nasty white residue. As you can see right here, the water levels go down, 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 and you have your suction cups, which is probably for your heater. And yeah, you get these nasty buildup. So the first thing I do with the tanks I get, like I said, I just grab them. It doesn't hurt to grab them. I check the seals and make sure they're all intact. With these, they're actually really good. So I can continue on with that. So what do you do with a tank that has all these water buildups? Just use distilled white vinegar. Now what I do is I just dump it in. And your whole house is going to smell like freaking vinegar, but it does the job. And I do use quite a bit. A lot of people are going, oh, you don't need that much, whatever. But this is what works for me, and I've always done it this way. So this way it kills anything down the bottom, softens everything up. And what I do is I just take a paper towel and I will wipe down the watermarks. Now what I recommend people doing is just dabbing it in. Don't worry about trying to scrub it off at first. What I do is I just coat each panel of glass. There's a real hard spot. I'll just give it a quick rub. But I just go down the panel of glass. And this way, just like any cleaner you use, it's going to help just kind of soften things up. And a lot of times you won't even have to scrub it off. Now right here, yeah, I'm getting quite a bit of buildup right there, so I'm probably going to have to take a razor blade to that at the end, but we'll see. So, like I said, you just rub it down and let it sit. Now already, yeah, it looks great, but what that's doing is masking. You even can just take plain water and it will mask those calcium buildup, water buildup, anything like that. So I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes and I will come back and show you what it looks like, hopefully when it's dry. Okay, so I've let this dry roughly about 11 minutes is what my clock is telling me. And this is actually pretty dry. I don't really see any vinegar. There's a couple little drips here and there, but for the most part, you got maybe like an algae buildup right there, so a razor blade's going to take that off. You got another algae buildup right here, and then you got some hard water still over here. So I'm going to take a razor blade to that, if I don't pass out from inhaling the vinegar, and do it like that. If this is a bigger tank, what I normally do, and even with the small tanks, but because it is winter, I kind of have to do things a little bit differently. What I will do is if it's summertime, it's nice weather out, what I do is I take it and I fill it at the bottom, just like I did with the vinegar right here, and then I fill the entire tank up. Now what does this do? This is a two-part kind of a solution. This helps break down that hard water, the calcium buildup, and it also helps check for leaks. You're definitely going to be able to tell if it's leaking just by the water coming out. So you're going to kind of be able to check that before you set it out, put it in the basement, everything like that. For a 10-gallon, I'm really not too worried. If 5 gallons leaks out on my basement floor, it's really not a big deal. It does make quite a mess, but it dries. And I'm going to get flooded out this winter anyways, because you can't even see out my basement windows. It's so dark. So that's how I get rid of white water, calcium buildups, water stains, anything like that. Just use distilled vinegar. It's a life changer and a saver. You're going to pay like $2 for a gallon of it. Just buy the store brand, off brand, whatever. Vinegar is vinegar. It's really not going to matter. This way you don't have to use bleach, because I know some people have done that in the past. If there's any residue, it's going to be a problem. Also with the vinegar, if there is any residue, what I do is I rinse this like 3 or 4 times in the sink with really hot water. Gets everything out. Even if there is a little bit of vinegar left over in the tank with all the water in there, it's going to dilute to the point where it's not going to affect anything, not even the fish, chemistry, anything like that. So, hope this helps. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please post them down below. And check out my website, mafishguide.com.